What's up, YouTube? It's Loki. So back here again for another video, man. Today we got one my screen rant. This one is called Loki pitch meeting. You already know it's done, my boy Ryan George. We're gonna get into it. See what you gotta say. Let's go. Let's turn this up a little bit.
So, you have a Loki TV show for me? Yes, sir, I do. So we're gonna pick up right from that scene in Avengers Endgame, right? Where Loki grabs the Tesseract during the Battle of New York. Okay. And so he's gonna get picked up by something called the Time Variance Authority, because he messed with something called the Sacred Timeline. So they have to prune this new timeline branch he made. Well, what about all that time travel the Avengers did? Yeah, we'll see the TVA says
that was supposed to happen.
But Loki grabbing the Tesseract, that wasn't.
Not.
Okay, but some of the time travel they did was because Loki grabbed the Tesseract. Yeah, well, don't worry about that. Okay, I won't. So they bring Loki to the TVA headquarters, and a robot starts to take his clothes off with some claws. What? But then that doesn't work, so the robot just kind of zaps his clothes off. What are you talking about? Well, sir, if Loki's gonna be the star of a Marvel show, we're gonna have to see him shirtless. That's how this works. Right, of course.
Make sure the actor's still in shape, man.
Ravonna Renslayer wants to kill him, because he's a bad variant. Alright. But then this guy Mobius pops in and stops her, and by the way, I was thinking we could get Owen Wilson to play this guy. People love Owen Wilson.
He didn't say wow.
Wow. And this guy's
wow.
really into jet skis. I now have a deep desire to see Owen Wilson on a jet ski that I didn't have just a few seconds ago. I know you do. That's the main hook of the show now. Picturing Owen Wilson on a jet ski is tight. So Mobius is going to show Loki a video of how his life plays out after the Battle of New York.
I thought the first episode was actually like really good.
Killed by Thanos. Okay. And so watching this video is going to completely change Loki into a sympathetic character that can lead his own TV show. He just killed Phil Coulson. Yeah, I watched a video, so he's pretty much a good guy now. Oh, okay, you're speed running this character development.
A little bit,
Get it out of the way with a nice little video, which somehow has the same cinematography as the movies did. Well, okay then.
That's a good point.
The reason that Mobius wants Loki's help is because he's chasing this other variant that keeps killing TVA agents, and it's another variant of Loki. Oh. Yeah, and so then Loki figures out that this other version of him is hiding in apocalypses, because you could do anything there and it won't affect stuff because those timelines are ending anyway. I guess that makes sense. It does. See, Loki and Mobius head to Pompeii, and Loki starts interacting with people right before Mount Vesuvius erupts. Okay, but wouldn't that lead to some of those people dying in different positions than they would have, which would then affect the days of the people that discovered the bodies and create some kind of butterfly effect? No. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't know, man. That's a lot.
And Loki discovers that the other Loki is a woman, and she goes by Sylvie. Oh, interesting. Yeah, and so this is her show now. What? Yeah, this is really Sylvie's story. She was pruned at a young age and managed to escape, and she's been building up this attack against the TVA for all these years, and Loki's just kind of along for the ride. Oh, okay, gotcha. And so Sylvie sends a bunch of these things called reset charges into the TVA to distract them, right? And she wants to kill these beings called the Timekeepers, who apparently run the show. Very exciting. But then they get attacked, so Loki uses this thing called a tempad to teleport them onto a planet called Lamentus that's about to be destroyed. Smart. No, not
He's
smart.
really going over. He's really going over the whole show. It's only 6 episodes, so I guess it makes sense.
Go back and finish the job. Well, no, now it's out of power. The plan was years in the making, but she didn't charge the tempad. That's what we're going with. So then they're gonna talk and talk for like 30 minutes straight, because that's kind of the deal with these episodes. Oh, it is. Oh yeah, a whole lot of talking. So then they find this big escape ship.
Character development,
and Loki's gonna be like, oh my god, they're gonna leave all these people to die. I mean, what does he care? He just killed a bunch of people in New York. Sir, he watched a video. He cares about this stuff now. Right, sorry, I forgot. So this city starts getting destroyed, and Loki's gonna stop a building from falling with his mind. Oh wow.
That was crazy. Like, they didn't really explain that.
Power level changes from scene to scene.
Yeah, I was about to say, they didn't explain that as best as I feel like they could have. Like, people thought he had the time stone.
Well, it's gonna be hard to get out of there now. Actually, it's gonna be super easy. Barely an inconvenience.
Barely an inconvenience.
See, the power of their newfound love creates a new timeline branch, so the TVA comes and picks them up. Okay, I thought the whole thing about apocalypses was that anything can happen and it wouldn't change anything. Why does them falling in love affect things? Because it does, so they're in love now. Oh my god, can you imagine falling in love with yourself?
Hey, man.
Ugh. Sorry, I'm not interested.
What is that called? Narcissism? No, it's not. There's a word for it. Or isn't there like excuse me. Isn't there like a Greek or a Roman god or a person or demigod or something who like basically fell in love with himself, and it's like him, and it's like a mirror, and he's so I guess narcissistic about himself. Like I feel like there's a word for it. It's like a Greek word or a Greek character or something. You guys know what I'm talking about, right? Like I'm not tripping. If you know, you know.
Right, of course. Anyway, so Sylvie's also going to reveal that the TVA agents are actually just variants that used to be
that was
people.
crazy, yeah.
Oh. And then eventually they find out that the timekeepers aren't even real, and Mobius and Loki are both going to get pruned. Oh my god, Loki dies? Well, no, because see, we're going to learn that pruning someone just sends them to the void at the end of time, where a big smoke monster called Eliath is then going to kill them. Okay, why doesn't the TVA just straight up kill people then? Why the extra steps? Well, because the fans are going to expect a scene where we watch Loki die only to find out he's not really dead. That's a good point. So Loki ends up in this void place where there are different kinds of Loki variants. Like there's an old Loki, there's an alligator Loki. Okay, does that mean in one timeline Odin adopted an alligator, or that they were all alligators in that timeline? Doesn't matter. What does matter is that we have an alligator Loki now. Fair enough. So what's
it was pretty cool though.
Eat someone's hand. That makes a lot of sense. So meanwhile, Ravonna explains to Sylvie the whole thing about how pruning sends you to a void, and she also says there's a ship that can bring you there. Okay, but see, Sylvie is smart, and she realizes that she's just stalling for time so agents can get there, and there is no ship. So what does she do? Well, she prunes herself so she can go to the void too. If she decided that Ravonna was lying about the ship, why did she think she was telling the truth about the void and the pruning? I don't know, but luckily
that's a good point. I didn't think about that
one part, so it works out great. Well, fantastic. Yeah. So then Sylvie's about to be killed by this smoke monster, and Mobius shows up in a pizza car and saves her. How do you know where she was? Unclear, but then they go join Loki, who's been dealing with like a bunch of Lokis. Very fun. And then Sylvie's gonna realize that she can use her enchantment powers on this beast.
Try to
She's
enchant
been using
it.
them on people all season, kind of like a mind control thing. Literally,
kind of like
in
the
history of time
Enchantress.
who's ever been pruned has had powers like that. That's what we're going with. Well, okay then. And Mobius is gonna go back to the TVA using a temp pad, and Ravonna's gonna overpower him and escape through a
so
doorway
quickly.
thing. Where's she going? Into season 2, presumably. Okay. So then
I
we're
like
gonna
that.
meet this
Into
guy
season
called
2.
He Who Remains, who's kind of Kang the Conqueror, only we don't know
He's
kind of
Immortus,
Kang the
from what I
Conqueror
hear.
yet, only we do, because we're obviously going to announce the casting. Oh boy, so what's he going to do? Oh, well, he's going to talk
A lot.
Yeah, he's going to talk for like 45 minutes. He's going to explain everything. It's going to be
Yeah.
like that
Hey.
architect scene.
I don't care what anyone says. This last episode, like finale episode, is probably, in my opinion, the best finale episode of any of the Disney Plus shows so far, including WandaVision, including Falcon and the Winter Soldier, and just so far with Loki, bro. It was the best. Like I was just so excited, dog. Like the whole discussion with Kang in like the whole multiversal war and all that kind of stuff. Like it actually set up a lot, and it didn't like fall flat like how WandaVision did, because everyone was expecting Doctor Strange and Mephisto and all this other kind of crap, and it kind of just got watered down a bit. And like, oh, we're gonna save some of that for Doctor Strange too. You know what I'm saying? But here, at least like with Loki, like they went straight like Kang the Conqueror, like explain multiverse war. Like dude, it was so good to me, man. And I enjoyed Jonathan. What's his name? Jonathan Majors. I enjoyed his acting. I actually really thought he did a really good job playing Immortus. You know.
From the Matrix. Wow. Talk. And sometimes Loki and Sylvie are going to be like, why? Or what does that mean? And that'll set up the next rounds of talking. A very talky finale. And so essentially,
I liked
it.
I liked it.
Kill me, which will create like a multiverse and a huge war, or you can take over and protect the sacred timeline. So what happens? Well, Sylvie does kill him, and then the multiverse branches out into like crazy timelines, and he's like, see you soon. Oh boy, that's massive. It's a massive deal. This multiverse is going to shape the whole phase of the MCU. This is going to be
that's what I'm saying, man.
Nobody's going to see this coming. Yeah,
I mean,
don't spoil that this is going to happen in some way. Oh yeah, well we might do that now that you mention it. What? How?
Doctor Strange 2, multiverse and that. I mean, yeah, come on now. That and the Spider-Man. You know, we already know Toby and Andrew's in it.
The subscribe button and all, buttons of that nature. You can also
definitely
comment down below letting me know what other movies you want to see pitches for. There are also like hundreds of other episodes on the channel that you can check out if you want. As always, check back soon for a new one. Bye.
That was a good video right there, man, by Screen Rant. Pitch meeting for Loki, man. Like I said, actually, it's Loki to me. It's not. I don't know how to rate it. The first episode I thought was really good. The middle couple, like middle 3, maybe 4, episode 4 was kind of slow for me. and then like it really ramped up everything and on 6. You know what I'm saying? The last episode I thought was really good, probably my favorite episode of any of the Disney Plus shows. You know what I'm saying? I know a lot of people felt certain iffy about it, different ways about it. Some people were really excited, some people weren't. You know what I'm saying? I'm one of the individuals who actually who was really excited by the ending. And also just overall like all the talking. As funny as that is to say, I'm usually an action guy, but I like the talking. Like, it was really good in my opinion. Like, it just set up a lot. Anyways, let me know down below, what was your thoughts on Loki, the Disney Plus show? Also, how did you feel about Screen Rant's little video, how their pitch meeting? You know what I'm saying? I thought it was really good. I thought it was hilarious, and it was pretty accurate. They brought up some really good points. But man, I'm gonna wrap it off right there. Let me know down below what you thought, man. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Follow me on Twitch. Follow me on YouTube. Follow me on Instagram. Same as Twitch and YouTube. It's literally Leroy said so. There you can send me reaction requests. With that being said, peace.